Good day. So you're thinking of making a move to Winnipeg, Manitoba. Hold on. Maybe you're thinking of making a move to Southeast Manitoba, but maybe not specifically Winnipeg. What about a town called Steinbach? I guess it's really a city now at this point. But when I grew up, Steinbach was just a little town. It was a little big town. It was the big town. It was the place you went to go shopping. And I even remember when it became a big deal when a Walmart came to Steinbach. It was crazy. We were like, whoa, we're getting amazing. This is so cool. So where is Steinbach and what is Steinbach all about? That is a great question, and I am so glad that I pretended like you asked me. Anyway, we're gonna jump into it here in a little bit, but let's start off with, my name is Joe Friesen, and I've lived in Southeast Manitoba for upwards of 25 years now, and I just love this area, and Steinbach is one of those places that's actually special to me. So if you're looking to make a smooth move to Winnipeg, Manitoba, and or the surrounding areas like Steinbach, make sure you hit us up. All our contact information is in the description below, and me and my team would love to help you make a smooth move to Winnipeg, Manitoba, and the surrounding suburbs and the towns like Steinbach. So let's just dive right into it, and now we'll just get right into it. We're gonna do a little bit of a map tour, and we're gonna talk about where exactly Steinbach is located and how far it is from Winnipeg and the main hub and all that good stuff. And it's just going to be sweet, and I think you're gonna get a lot out of this. And especially if you don't know much about Southeast Manitoba, then this is gonna be a lot of fun for you. And I think you're gonna enjoy this. And Steinbach is just one of those communities that has a lot to offer, and really it is a city now because the population is now big enough to have 3 Tim Hortons. Whoa, 3. So let's just dive into what Steinbach is about, the automobile city and all that good stuff, and it's gonna be a good time. So today you see me wearing my glasses, because sometimes I like to see things a little clearer, so this should be a lot of fun. So before we're actually going to jump into this map tour, we're going to talk about a little bit about Steinbach and the population and all that good stuff. So according to Census 2021, the population of Manitoba was just under 18,000, 17,800, a little bit like that. And it is just a booming, growing region. Actually, Steinbach was one of the quickest growing cities and communities across Manitoba and across, I think, even Canada, because it was booming. Businesses are booming. This is one of those areas where you see a lot of people come into, immigrants alike. They just come in and they start their own businesses, and it's just where dreams seem to come true. And a lot of businesses come out of Steinbach. You're going to see tons of tradespeople here, and it's just because they got the good old-fashioned Mennonite heritage in there, which is just built on hard work and a lot of good stuff like that. But it doesn't actually stop there. So Steinbach was originally just all Mennonites, right? That's like when you came to Steinbach, you're like, Mennonites? No way! Yeah, Mennonites. But it has grown. It's become more and more diverse, which is just so good to see. There's more and more people coming to Steinbach, and it is just becoming just one of the nicest cities in southeastern Manitoba. And it's just super appealing, and especially if you're looking for a good, safe place to grow your family and to take your family and just grow. If anybody's been watching my videos for a little bit now, you know that I'm all about family. I love helping families get a nice home in communities like this. Where is Steinbach? Where can we jump into it? We're going to do that right now. We're just going to take you through a little bit of a map tour, kind of give you an idea of where everything is. Another thing to keep in mind is that Steinbach and a lot of Southeast Manitoba falls under R16 or Hanover School Division. And so that's one of the biggest school divisions in Southeast Manitoba. And also, I believe it is one of the most sought after school divisions in Manitoba. So people love it. I know for myself, our kids that go to a school right around here as well, and they just love it here. The teachers are amazing. They seem to be a little bit smaller, and wait a minute, SRSS, the biggest freaking school in Manitoba, is right in Steinbach. Can you believe that? With a population of 17,800, and we have the biggest school? Makes no sense. Good job, Steinbach. Good job. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's jump into the map tour here in a little bit, and we're just going to talk a little bit about what the lifestyle, what everything is like living in Steinbach. And not meaning to brag, but I think I spent a lot of my teenage years. It was more than a lot. It was like all the time in Steinbach, and we had our fair share of fun in Winnipeg as well, and it was a lot of fun. But we definitely stuck around Steinbach for a lot more. It was probably because it was easier to navigate, and it was a lot of fun that way too. So we're not gonna worry about that just too much at this moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretending like you guys are just like, woohoo, Joe, teach us. A little crappy. So, don't mind me having fun. So in the grand scheme of things, Steinbach is about 40-ish minutes from Winnipeg. So if you're looking for a great place like to live in Steinbach, this might be a good option if you are wanting to get a little bit more away from the hustle and bustle. I mean, it's still a city life. You still got a lot of the great amenities. You still got Starbucks. That's probably a bit of a drive away. You got your Tim Hortons and all your restaurants. They're all right there, and you can easily get to them at any point in time. But if you're looking for something that is just a little ways out of the city, I mean, here you have it. So this is Winnipeg here, and you drive down the number 1 by St. Anne. You make a turn to go south onto Highway 12, which will essentially drive you right into and through Steinbach, Manitoba. So on Steinbach, or on the map, Steinbach doesn't actually pop up as this great big place. I mean, if you even just compare that to the way Winnipeg is on the map compared to the way Steinbach is, it's actually just astronomical, the difference, right? And even the population is just astronomically different. Like, I believe in Winnipeg, and I don't quote me on this 100%, but I believe this 400,000-ish people, maybe more, maybe less. Either way, even if it's $100,000, it's such a huge difference between 17,000 in Steinbach compared to hundreds of thousands in Winnipeg. So it's just nuts. So it just makes a big difference for where you're living, and yet you are only 40 minutes from Winnipeg. Again, number 1 to Steinbach here, and of course, if you want to come from a different direction, you can go down Highway 59, 52, hit Steinbach from the west side. So you just come in from the west side. So obviously, there's a lot of little communities you can see that we actually go through, and that is the beauty of Manitoba, is just the amount of small communities that it has. So let's jump into what exactly Steinbach is, where it is, what it has to offer. So we've discussed where it is now. So we got a pretty good idea of what that looks like. So what does Steinbach have to offer? What does Steinbach have to offer aside from just a lot of good working men and women alike? And it's a great area. Steinbach has some of the most affordable living in Canada, actually. I believe I just read the stat, it was 1% below the average, Canadian average. So that doesn't seem like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, that is huge, because most of our average is actually based off of big cities like Toronto and Vancouver and all those areas. Like, it's combined all together. So the cost of living and everything in Steinbach is substantially less when you look at the grand scheme of things, and a total of 1% difference, which is awesome, right? It just makes it so much more family friendly. It's so much more enticing for families to come here and just to be part of such a great city as Steinbach. And it's not just a city; it's actually a community. It's just so community driven, and we have so many community events. And the one event that just kind of sticks out to me right away while we're talking about this is the Pickup and Walk. Every spring, they have a community event that they get together and they just collect garbage. And you will see hundreds and thousands of people just walking and picking up garbage in the ditches. They will dedicate one day to this, and then after, they get hot dogs and the whole 9 yards and all that good stuff. I actually heard the mayor of Steinbach say the amount of money this saves the city is astronomical. I mean, reality is just don't litter. But at the end of the day is we're so community driven that we're all going to get together and pick up garbage. That's cool. That is beyond cool. And it's just such a nice way to see that a community just says, you know what? We can help here with minimal effort. So we're just going to jump in and just get into it. So Very cool. I'm blown away by that. And it's actually the churches that organize it. So the bunch of churches get together in Steinbach, and they'll put all their differences aside and just jump together and do this. Really, really, really cool. So I just love seeing that. Really sweet. Now Steinbach does have a lot of great amenities. They got all their restaurants, all the things right here. I mean, this parking lot alone has a good chunk of stuff. Like you got your McDonald's, Wendy's, Boston Pizza, Starbucks, Chevy dealerships a little bit that way. Walmart, yeah, that's right. We almost missed that right here. Good old Walmart, which takes out about yay much of the property. And then right here is Staples, and then Starbucks. And then if you drive down that way is actually the Lettingham Chevy dealership. This here is the mall. So very, very cool area. And then of course in the mall, you have one of my favorites, Bar Burrito. If you love a good burrito or a burrito bowl, this is definitely going to be an area that you're going to want to check out. And I know I've spent quite a bit of time on this already, but like this is just on the north side of Steinbach. It's not downtown Steinbach, it's just on the north side of Steinbach. And then right across Highway 12, you actually have a nice big old golf course and the Steinbach Aquatic Center. And it's Steinbach Fly-In Golf Course is right across the street from here. So you have of course your good golfing right here. While you're shooting some balls, you might have a plane that comes in for a landing right here. So that's always very unique to watch. And then we have the Steinbach Aquatic Center, which is right here, Canadian Tire right here. And this here, 80 Penner Park, is just amazing because here you have baseball diamond, here you have a baseball diamond, here you got 3 baseball diamonds. And it's just pretty sweet to watch because it's just so family oriented. And even when you go there, it doesn't really matter what time of day you go there, it seems like. There's always somebody there, somebody going for a walk. And then on top of that, just the amazing trails and walking and everything they do. And like Steinbach did such an amazing job with how they planned all that out. And then of course that brings us to housing here on the north side of Steinbach, which right here, this has just become one of the more popular areas where people want to be part of, like Grand Park Boulevard, Gulf View Crescent, obviously Gulf View because you got the view of the Gulf here, and it's just very, very nice area, and the houses are nothing shy of just spectacular. It's just such a great area to be part of. So if you're looking to make a move to Steinbach, Manitoba, this is going to be an area that you might want to consider. The only thing we run into in areas like this, homes don't actually become available that often for sale. So meaning it's just one of those areas that people just love to be part of, right? So it's always those communities where homes don't go for sale very easily because it's just such a loved area. So in a lot of these homes, you're gonna find a ton of bi-level homes and some 2 stories and a lot of bungalows with basements. So it's just going to have a bit of a mixture of everything. Actually, all of these, Steinbach is notorious for this, is if they're all front drive. So there's not really much back alleyways. It's more all just front driveway, right to the garage or onto your yard, whatever it might be. Area like this, it's all going to be more right into the garage because it's one of those nice areas where you're going to find homes easily 400 plus, most likely 500 plus, just in an area like this. So if I'm just keeping it real, that's just what it is. But a lot of these homes are just so spectacular, and one of the big reasons is because they back onto the golf course, which just makes it all the more appealing, right? So just something to keep in mind. It's spectacular, just such a good area. You definitely wouldn't regret living in an area like this. The crazy thing is I could just focus on north side of Steinbach, but we're gonna jump around a little bit here now too. If you're looking for new home areas and stuff like that, that's definitely going to be this Park Hill Place area here in Steinbach. This is more the southwest side of Steinbach, and as you can see when you come right down here, number 12, and then you would take Mackenzie and you go into here, which would be a lot of the newer homes, a lot of the areas where first-time home buyers definitely would have a good shot here. A lot of the homes in this area are actually around the 300 to 350 mark, which is, where do you find that? Yes, a lot of these are detached. Some of them are single attached family. Some of them are 4plexes. Some of them are 2 triplexes and all that good stuff. But we're talking, you have 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plus a basement in some cases. So really cool to see, and it's just a lot of great stuff. And I've actually seen, and I've actually shown this place where you had the new home, so great for first-time home buyers, right? 350-ish, 360-ish. And you had 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, plus a half bath on the main floor, so a powder room, plus a single attached garage. Really sweet. And then, like that wasn't quite enough yet, we're gonna zoom in here a little bit. There is a brand new school, elementary school, right here. New West Steinbach Elementary School, right there, right off Mackenzie and up Parkland Drive. You come right into to the new elementary school in Steinbach, and it is awesome. Like, it's just so awesome. The fact that Steinbach is growing so much that they needed a new elementary school, which is, by the way, I think at capacity already and probably over full. It's just awesome. So a lot of homes like down here, Rosebrook Trail and all that stuff, you're gonna find a lot of homes that are for a decent price. Down Kootenay Way here, same thing. A lot of these areas actually have been filled in already. There are a lot of fourplexes, duplexes, all that fun stuff. If you go down Rosebrook Drive and down Caribou, here's a little bit of a different story. A lot of these homes will be around that 500, 550 mark, but you got beautiful, beautiful single family homes. Again, most likely 3-bed, 2-bath homes starting with, plus a full basement that isn't finished, and typically a double car attached garage. And it's actually crazy when you compare that to places like Winnipeg. That mind-boggling. Definitely a really, really unique area right there. And then of course, right across from Mackenzie on the other side, same idea. And actually right down here, they just started doing a bunch of construction, apartment buildings and all that good stuff. So it just goes to show that Steinbach is just booming, booming, booming. Like, it is amazing. So quite entertainingly enough, like, so you have all your first time home buyer options right here. It's just amazing. But if you keep going down Mackenzie, this actually turns to gravel. So from here to this way is actually gravel. But down Homestead Crescent here, this is probably one of the most sought after areas in Steinbach, but you're also looking at price tag where anywhere upwards of $1 million, which is definitely high for Steinbach. You don't see a bunch of houses being sold for around that $1 million mark. You do see a lot more, obviously, industrial or commercial land and property going for that kind of money, but this definitely, for homes, it's very rare that you will see something way over $1 million, which is actually quite crazy, because of the area that we're in, like, you're not going to find tons and tons of homes over that $1 million mark. So if you're worried about going to a place where there's just millions and millions and millions of dollars of houses, and you want a place that is going to be like, you know, I can buy an $800,000 house here and I can probably live here for 10-15 years and it will have appreciated probably to over $1 million, there's a good chance. I would never guarantee it, but I would just blown away if it didn't, just because of the way houses have been increasing in Steinbach and in around surrounding suburbs and areas like that. Really cool, really sweet area to be living in, and it's just awesome. So we're gonna quickly give you a little bit of a street view of what Steinbach Main Street looks like, and a lot of the amazing things that has to offer. I mean, shoot, I remember back in the day, man, I was a kid, reminiscing, right? But me and my buddy Dan especially, we would be jumping in the car and hauling just across Steinbach and all over the place, and so many funny memories. But one of the things that we definitely enjoyed doing, there was a place called Video Max, which was a video store, obviously, and you could rent DVDs, Blu-rays, and this was even back in the day when you could still rent video games. So we would go there and we'd rent some games and stuff like that. So really, so it's a really good place, cool place to be. And yeah, I'm just like, we're gonna jump right into Main Street here a little bit. Just really, really sweet. So I want to actually back up here just a bit. Rocco's Pizzeria here. We're gonna have to give them a shout out, because that is by far one of the best pizza places in Steinbach. Not only is it, my opinion, one of the best pizza places in Steinbach, it's actually been voted Steinbach's best pizza multiple times over. So definitely a huge shout out to Rocco's Pizzeria. And one of my favorites from there is the pierogi pizza, or the farmer special. So if you're ever going there, make sure you check it out, and you tell them that Joe sent you, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll have a pizza of my own there one day. That'd be cool. I'd love that pizza named after me. And then now here we're just pulling onto Main Street here, and this is obviously where you're gonna find, well, you can see that right here, but Rogers. And then down here there's Anytime Fitness over there, Brio Insurance, which is an insurance place, obviously. There's behind there's a phone place, and it's just a lot of really cool businesses and nice areas in Steinbach. But like, even if we're just driving down here, and remember how I said at the beginning, this is the automobile city. this is why we have Steinbach was known for their automobile city, and just because they were the automobile city. Like people from Winnipeg, from other areas all over, they would come down to Steinbach to buy a car because it was worth it to them. But not only that, I mean, you just see how Main Street is down here. Like the boulevard is amazing. They got these amazing trees that have been growing here for a long time, and in winter time they do an amazing job, especially around Christmas. Like we're about to jump into Christmas time here soon, and they all those trees, they're full of Christmas lights, and it's really cool. And I stinking love that. And then here too, where you see the flower pots hanging off of the light post here, that is then filled with Christmas ornaments and all that good stuff. And obviously here you have Steinbach Chrysler Dodge, so a really cool area to see as well. And then of course Fairway Ford, which is right ahead there. And one thing that you might actually find very entertaining about Steinbach is that it has a feed mill smack dab right there in the middle of Steinbach, right there, feed mill. Yeah, you know what? I've actually never looked into why that was a thing. To me, it's just been so normal that I just never thought anything of it. But yeah, so you'll see often semis coming in here and filling obviously with oats and barley and all the good stuff. So definitely a farming community. So, and this right here was this is actually all gone now. It actually had a devastating fire there, but now it's a whole new industrial area. It's very cool and very nice. You'll just love it. And it's fantastic. The fact that they still have a Sears here is hilarious to me. Like I remember that Sears there. You know, drop a comment if you're old enough to remember what Sears was. But hey, and another quick thing, Maine Bread and Butter right here on our map here, I want to give them a shout out too, because if you are a chicken noodle soup lover, this is definitely the place that you're going to want to go to and check it out, because it's just sweet. And then of course, we can't forget SCU and coffee culture, by far the most bougie building in all of Steinbach right now. And actually that might not be true. We have the event center now, so we'll have another video one day about, and we'll have to include that in there, but for today this is it. But when this was built, it was like, that is crazy. Like this was Steinbach's skyscraper. So this is what I mean. Like Steinbach is a community, yes, but it's technically a city. But this was a huge deal. I remember when they announced this, and it was crazy. And then coffee culture, which is right in front there, which is just such a bougie place for a lot of people. It's actually not even that crazy. It's just an amazing place to go and have coffee and enjoy yourself and have a great time with your family or your friends. Probably not more family, but more your friends. If you love going for coffee and you like to have these fancy coffees, this is definitely the place that you're going to want to go check out. If you're looking to support more something local instead of, all the big brands like Starbucks and all that stuff. But hey, it's amazing. It's beautiful. This city is nothing shy of amazing and beautiful and gorgeous. And I just love every part of it. There is so much to explore in a town like Steinbach or a city like Steinbach, and it is beautiful. You got golf courses, you have restaurants, you have all the amenities and then some. Such a great area. Definitely a place that you'd want to move a family to if you're thinking of moving a family to somewhere that is a little bit more, safe. And it's a very safe city. People look out for each other. People say hi to each other. Overall, it's just a fun time, fun place. And I think you'll definitely love it. Hey, you know what? Drop me a comment if you think that Steinbach could be a place for you. And if you think that Steinbach might be a place that you want to make a move to, remember our name, Joe Friesen, and me and my team, we love to help people just like you make a smooth move to the city of Steinbach, Winnipeg, and the surrounding suburbs. I actually know a lot of these surrounding areas. This is my area of work. This is where I do a lot of my work, and there's just so many beautiful, amazing options for you. So if you're thinking of making a move to Winnipeg, Manitoba, and or the surrounding suburbs, or Steinbach for that matter, you make sure you hit us up. In the description below is our contact information. Whether you're looking to make a move in 9 days or 9 months, it doesn't matter. You hit us up and we will make sure that you're set up so that you can make a smooth move to Steinbach and or Southeast Manitoba, and you're just gonna love it love it here. Thanks for checking in. And hey, if you know someone who could benefit from this and they would like to know more about Steinbach, make sure you send them this video. And if you'd like to know everything there is to know about living in Winnipeg and the surrounding suburbs and Southeast Manitoba, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And until next time, peace, enjoy, and whatever.